Hey guys, my name is Allie and I'm here. I'm here, you're here, and it's 2021. Happy New Year. I know it's January 28th, but we're here. We're here. We're here together. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, hey, my name is Allie and I like apples. Today's video is going to be a wrap up of 2020. I know that we're almost done with the January, but for me, I kind of just want to put 2020 to rest. I know we're already a month, practically a month into 2021, but I kind of wanted to do a rewind of my 2020 year and finally put her to rest because she was very disobedient and she was wrong and manipulative, malicious. She was all the negative things in the world. So I kind of just want to put her to finally to rest and not have to talk about it again. So I'm doing that in this video. I'm going to tell you guys all about my year. Nothing crazy, nothing too juicy, but just kind of a rewind to my year and what we're going to be doing this year. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up video. Oh my gosh, no, not the hit the thumbs up video. Oh my gosh, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, all that jazz, so we can become the best of friends. Let's get into my 2020 rewind. Let's go. Today is Thursday, January 28th, and I have so many videos recorded. I have a couple of vlogs, a couple of makeup tutorials that are recorded. Once I'm done recording, I get caught up in doing other things, whether it be cooking, cleaning, working out. I get caught up in other things and I just don't edit my video, and then the next week comes and I'm like, oh, I should edit that video, but then I'm like, I did that last week, I should do something new. So then I'll record another video, a vlog, makeup video, whatever it is, and then it's a cycle. I've been doing that for the past 3 weeks, so you guys bear with me. I just decided, you know what, let's sit down, let's do our makeup together. Because we are slowly approaching February, I wanted to at least get one video up in January. My goal is, and I know I said this January 2020, but we all know this 2020 was a mess for all of us. My goal is to get a video up every single week, whether it be one video, two videos. I feel like it's pushing it, but we're going to speak that into existence here. We are going to get up one video a week. We're starting this week. I'm 3 weeks late into January, but better late than never, as they say. So there I am. I feel like in 2020 we all took quite a few L's, more L's than others, but we took a couple L's in 2020. So I just kind of wanted to run you guys through my 2020 year and finally put 2020 to rest, because listen, 2020 she was a mess. She was a mess. She was destructive. She was toxic. She was your parents' worst nightmare. You know what I mean? Like, she very much so gave off that vibe. What I'm going to do, and I'm hoping to continue doing this the years to come, I'm gonna go through my Snapchat. I feel like my Snapchat is the perfect diary that I have. I could easily go to Instagram, I could easily go to my Twitter, because I do just take photos and post photos and stuff on Instagram and Twitter, and I just kind of say how I feel, but I feel like my Snapchat is like the perfect gateway into my life, because I have a lot of photos in my Snapchat and a lot of memories that I just don't post. I either share them with my family or share them with Eli, and they don't actually make an appearance onto social media. So we're just gonna go through my Snapchat of the year 2020 and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face with this NYX the Marshmallow primer. This is new. I actually just picked that up from Ulta a couple of days ago, and I've used it with no makeup on top, and I feel like it makes my skin look so soft and like plump, which is really, really nice. 2020 started off real cute. Like Eli and I recently just started our subscription to HelloFresh a couple months back in 2019, and you know, we were really enjoying that. So I remember for New Year's, so December 31st, 2019, I made Eli and I a real cute HelloFresh meal. It was pork, sausage, and gnocchi, and it was a meal from HelloFresh, like I said. And we had Martinelli's. If you guys don't know, Martinelli's is apple cider. Eli's not a big drinker, so we're still like kids at heart, and we drink Martinelli's for New Year's. I actually posted this on Snapchat. It looks so good. I remember it tasting it so good, and Eli and we sat at the dinner table, which we tried to eat dinner every night together at the dinner table. It's something that we want to continue doing when we have kids. We were just sitting there and just talking about, like, we just got married and how excited we were. And I remember when we were eating dinner, we started talking about, like, you know, maybe like we're married now, maybe let's try having a kid. And I remember I was really scared. I mean, I still am. When we have the conversation, I'm not so much like scared at the thought of it. I'm just scared like the world is so crazy now, and bringing an innocent baby into this world, like, I feel like isn't necessarily like the best thing to do. But if it's in God's plan to give us a child, then, you know, it is what it is. Then we'll be, of course, we'll be so excited about it, because that's God's plan. So we talked about the year prior, and, you know, we just got married, and we just started talking about babies, and just kind of reflecting. Moving forward into January, we actually got season passes to Disneyland. And not only did Eli and I just get them, but my mom, my brother, and my niece got season passes as well. So January 11th and the 12th, we went to Disneyland. So that was super exciting. It was my niece's first time. I'm gonna try and insert a clip of her on one of the rides at Disneyland. When I tell you this is the funniest freaking video of life, you guys are going to crack up. Like, every time I see that video, I can't help but to just bust up laughing because she was genuinely terrified. During that visit, we did not freaking know that Miss Coronavirus was gonna take over 2020. So we didn't think that that was gonna be our one and only time of 2020 going to Disneyland. So we spent 2 days there, came back, and then we continued on to our regularly scheduled programs, went back to work. Yeah, that's January 2020. Moving on into February. Nothing really crazy happens in February. February 23rd is actually Eli's birthday. So I know we spent that at his mom's house. I will see if I can insert a photo in that I have. February 2020, Eli and I, we went to Costco, and there's actually a video of this on my Instagram. Eli and I were sitting in our car and we got food from the food court at Costco. I remember it because I was recording a video and I didn't think that everyone was going to love it, but Eli made a joke because he was so full, and he said something like, "Do you ever do those stomach exercises?" And I'm like, "No, that's probably why I'm so big." Everyone thought it was so funny, and I at the time I thought it was hilarious, but I don't know. I'm very like self-deprecating. I don't know if that's the right word, but I do put myself down a lot. And I'm going into this year, I'm gonna try not to do that, because I don't know, it's not cute to be like that, but I very much so am that. And Eli and I just thought it was so funny, and I was like, no, that's probably why I'm so big. And we just looked at each other and started laughing, and I was like, did I just do a fat joke about myself? And it was so funny. But I remember too, that day my makeup was so bomb. I also posted a picture on my Instagram of my makeup, and I just loved my makeup so much that day. As I'm doing my makeup, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I remember that night for dinner, Eli and we went to, it's kind of like a brewery or like a restaurant, whatever it is, but it's called BJ's. We went there, and I think that was our last date, like our last date out in a restaurant before COVID hit. My mom, brother, and I, and Eli, we were planning a trip to Disneyland, and I remember I had the hotel booked and everything for the middle of March. We were planning on going in March because on March 31st it is my birthday. I remember, I think it was like March 13th or 14th or something like that. We were sheltered in place, and unfortunately we weren't able to do anything after that. The whole coronavirus thing, it scares me, it really does, because it's not so much that I don't trust the people around me. And when I say the people around me, like, it's not that I don't trust like my family and friends, it's like others. Like when I go to a grocery store real quickly, or like when I go pick up something real quickly, like who's to say like some irresponsible person standing next to me has the virus and just is out and about and doesn't care, you know? I spent my birthday with my mom and my sister and my niece and Eli, and that was it. Through the whole coronavirus thing, I did have to work. I guess you can say I'm an essential worker. I'm a leasing agent at an apartment complex. So I know that a few apartment complexes, even the one that I currently live at, they did close, but where I work, we didn't close. So I still had to work. No days off. Of course I get my regular days off that I typically got off, but no closing down is what I mean, because of COVID. Eli, unfortunately, he did have to close. Eli is a retail store manager, so he was not considered essential. So I believe Eli was not working, I want to say for like 2 months or something, or like a month and a half. I forgot. April, nothing in April at all, I think. What happened in May? Still probably nothing. June, July, same old, you know. I think I discovered TikTok during the summertime. TikTok was all the rage at this point, so I found out who Miss Charlie D'Amelio, Miss Little Dixie, Miss Addison Rae, I want to bet, Addison Rae, you know, those kids. Found out about those kids. Low-key wanted to go back to being like 16, 17 years old to be like one of these cool kids. But yeah, nothing really happened really in April, May, June. I believe I came in contact with our realtor, I want to say June, July, maybe even August. We got into contact with our realtor, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks before we actually came in contact with the lender who she recommended to us. After we finally got into contact with them, we then got pre-approved. That was like the green light for Eli and I to finally start looking at houses. I believe Eli and I, we have put in, I think, I want to say like 6 or 7, maybe even more offers in on different houses. The first house I remember it because I loved the area. The first house that we put an offer in on, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the one. Of course, I thought every house that we put in an offer was the home. Like, I was like, this is the home. I can see it. I see it. I see me raising my children here. I see this being our forever home. So we put the offer in. Next following week, we found out we didn't get it. We were like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I wasn't so hurt. I was just like, oh shoot. Like, Eli and I remember thinking like, that was exciting. Let's do it again. So we continued to look at houses. The second house that we put an offer in, Eli and I, and to this day, it probably is my like top favorite house that Eli and I have seen. It was gorgeous. Like, you can tell it was built in the 70s. It had high ceilings. It had like that old vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it had very much so 70s vibes. The way it was laid out, the backyard, it had a swimming pool. Our realtor, I think she was in like the living room or something, and Eli and I were in the bedrooms, and Eli and I looked at each other and we kind of like gave each other this look. And thinking about it now, like, it gives me butterflies. We gave each other this look like we were here with one another, you know what I mean? Like, we were like, yeah, like this home here, it's the one Daniel said. So our realtor, she was like, I could tell you guys really like the house. Like, maybe you guys should try writing a letter. So we wrote a letter. I told Eli, I was like, you know what? I love this house so much. I'm going to write the letter. And Eli was like, babe, do you want me to help you? And I'm like, no, like, I will do it. I'm madly in love with this house. I'm going to write this letter. And I remember I was writing the letter, and you know when you're so like invested in something, and like you're like, you just know, like, you know, this is the one for you. I remember writing the letter and I was like getting choked up as I'm writing the letter, because in the letter I mentioned like this was going to be our forever home. We plan on starting a family here. So it was very sentimental to me. And I remember sending it over to Eli. He texted me back and he goes, babe, I love it. And I'm like, perfect. I sent it to her, and I remember asking her, hey, can you read it? Let us know what you think. She really liked it. I was upset about it. I remember telling our realtor, you know, like, I was upset about it because we continued to look at houses after that, of course. I told her, and she actually very recently had bought a home too. So she, you know, was just telling us like, her and her boyfriend, like, there was a house that they had seen that they really loved and they didn't get it. So I liked that she shared that with us, because it kind of just showed like, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be yours. And that's something like throughout the whole home buying process, like she would just continue to say, and it's something that has like just stuck with me this entire time. And I feel like I have not related to a line so much more than that. So if it's, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If not, move on to the next one. So I remember we continued to look at houses. We still saw houses, saw houses that we both very much so loved, continued to put in offers. There's this one that we put an offer in, and our offer was almost accepted. However, I think they were asking for like a little bit more. So it was our offer next to another offer, and I think the seller just wanted to see like how much more could they get. We offered more, well, a little bit more, like barely, but our offer was not chosen. So that was that. And then, let's see, I remember we put in a couple of other offers into houses, and it just, nothing happened for us. Finally went and saw this one house, we saw it. I fell in love with it. You know, it had hardwood floors that Eli and I wanted. It had like a L-shaped island. I don't even know if that's the proper term, but that's what I kept saying. So that's what it had. It had indoor laundry. It had all the bedrooms on one side of the house. We put an offer in to this house, and we did this on, I think it was like on a Thursday. No, it was on a weekend. It was on a Saturday. That Monday or Tuesday, our realtor called us and she said, I have good news. They accepted your offer. In that moment, I was so freaking excited. I called Eli and I was like, babe, our offer was accepted. We were so excited. We were like, holy crap, like it's freaking happening. We did the inspections, pest inspection. Thank God no termites. But there were things that needed to be done to the house. So once we got like those reports back, we went over it with our realtor and she told us what she recommended. And initially we did ask for them to fix stuff, and they were like, no. The seller was like, no, we don't want to fix it. Our realtor was like, you know what, we can ask them for money to put towards housing, and it could help you guys do repairs. So we were like, okay, we did that. We were able to negotiate that. Then our freaking appraisal, it was a nightmare. We're just so confident. Like we all were very confident. The realtor, the lender, Eli and I, like we were confident. Our offer, it was perfect. Like we were like, the house, it's not going to appraise for any more. You know what I mean? We didn't think that it was going to appraise below either, but it appraised lower than our offer. And Eli and I, we just, you know, we didn't want to give money, you know what I mean? So the seller was like, you know, I want the difference. I want the difference. I want that offer that you guys offered. I want the difference. I believe, I can't remember, the house appraised, I want to say $10,000 under our offer. Or Eli and I just don't have that many coins laying around. So Eli and I were like, no, you know what? No. And my realtor, I really like our realtor. I really, really do. I feel like she busts her butt, and she just, you know, like she's amazing. I can't help but just laugh about it now. She helped us put in an offer that I thought was genius. I was like, this is it. They're gonna take it. They have to take it. This is genius. Instead of us giving them the money, we were like, you know what, keep the money that you were going to give us for repairs or whatever, or for closing, whatever it was, I can't remember. And we'll just do that. Like, we'll just go forward with that. Like, you don't have to give us money. They were like, no, we want the money. So I started freaking panicking. I was like, oh my God, like, what are we gonna do? Again, shout out to the realtor, shout out to the lender. Our realtor was willing to put up money to help us close on this house. I remember, I think it was about $2,000 or $1,000 short from the difference amount that the seller wanted. And our realtor, she was like, you know what, let's freaking walk away from the deal. I remember I was so upset. I cried. I freaking cried because we spent like a month invested into this, and for it to not go through. And like, you've already told, like, you know, and mind you, we've told our family like, oh my gosh, we're supposed to close on this day, like it's an expected closing date and blah blah blah. And it just it didn't go through. So we signed the paperwork saying, you know what, we're walking away from this. And the seller signed it, so they gave us our money back, and that was that. God said, nope, this is not the one for you. And we were able to walk away from it. So this is now in November. We did not close on that house. And our realtor was like, hey, like, they're building homes, new build homes in this town. I think you guys would be interested. And Eli and I, we didn't think about a new build home just because a lot of new build homes, they have HOA fees. And Eli and I were just not about that life. So we were like, we don't know. Like, we didn't go anticipating that we were gonna end up doing it. So we went and saw 2 of the model homes that they have, and I remember we were looking at the second house, and I had asked the sales consultant there, I was like, so like about like how much or are the HOA fees? Or I asked, like, do you guys have HOA fees? And immediately he was like, oh no, like there's no HOA fees. And I remember looking at Eli and I was like, say less, homeboy, we're gonna do it. Hi, we have a deal. This was in December. And yeah, we are now here. I have been speaking it into existence. Like, Eli and I, we're gonna be in our home mid-summertime. I'm really excited. And I also keep saying, like, this is our deal. Our deal's gonna go through. It's our home. God is just putting it together for us. So I'm trying to be a much more positive person this year, because 2020 was a rough one. I have not like gotten all dolled up in such a long time, so like I'm yet again feeling myself. I know the past few YouTube videos that I posted, I'm like, oh, I'll link it, I'll list it. No, I'm going into 2021. We're gonna keep our word. So I'm gonna go ahead and link this down below. I believe I have another one of these in like a blue color. But I love it. I really like the way I look right now. I can't stop looking in the mirror. I look like a queen princess, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the queen and the princess. Like, there's no, you get what I'm saying? But I'm very much so kind of like, excuse me, Yeah. Oh, me? Oh, me? Right. Like I'm very much so giving that vibe right now. Like I'm like, don't talk to me unless you are spoken to. You know what I mean? I'm just being a brat. We ended 2020 on a high note and we're continuing that into 2021. I just hope everyone has a beautiful year for 2021. I hope you guys get what you want. I hope you guys speak all of what you want into existence. I know Eli and I are this year with house and with starting a family. I hope you guys stay healthy this year. Please continue to wear your masks. I don't care what all the trolls say. Wear your mask. Take your vitamins. Go on a walk. Read your Bible. Praise Jesus every day. Thank him that you are given another day. Just, and be nice. Be nice to people. What you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back. It's something in 2021 that I really, really, really want to do. I want to just be a positive person overall. I have recently, as of a couple of days ago actually, I started a new Instagram page. I have my main page where it's me, makeup related stuff, just day-to-day stuff that I post. But then I also kind of created another Instagram page where it's going to be my mood board. It's at Allie's Mood, ALLIES MOOD. I will leave that listed down below, as well as my handle will be at the beginning of this video. I want 2021 to be a beautiful year for everyone. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as well as hitting the subscribe button and commenting down below how was your guys' 2020. Let's finally get it all out there and put it to rest and move forward into 2021. I know it's already the 28th of January, but let's just move on into 2021. But that is it. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.